I am joined now by the Amazing Race Season 34 runner-up team, long lost twins, Molly and Emily, and I'm so excited to get to talk to them. How are you both doing?
We're awesome.
Good.
Yeah. Despite the loss.
Hey, well, you still won in a lot of ways. And speaking of winning, you guys got to compete together after only knowing each other for about a year when you competed on the race. What was that like for you?
Oh my gosh. The race was just the opportunity we needed to step away from life and get to know one another. Talk. I mean, the pit stops were excellent opportunities for us to have deep conversations and, learn about how she grew up and her family. And it was even more than just the travel experience, which was also incredible. I mean, this was everything to us.
Yeah, we were actually just reminded that going on the race together was only the 12th time that we got together
in our lives.
Wow. In our lives, yeah. So up until that point, anytime we were together, we were really with family or friends. We never had any time alone together. So it was just so special and magical.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So something that you guys were continuously working against this season was, of course, the leg injury. What was that like for you? And how did you guys overcome that? Because really, there was a lot of times as a viewer that I was like, I don't know, but you proved me wrong every single time.
I said it in the finale. I mean, I really, truly could not have pushed through or pulled through without Molly being there. She took great care of me and she supported me and cheered me on. And she made me believe that we could actually get through. And I don't know how, but we made it all the way through to the finale.
Honestly, not knowing what the actual diagnosis was probably a good thing because I'm pretty protective, and had I known that she had these stress fractures in her knee, I might have suggested that we take it a little easier. But she really powered through. Like I don't know how. I mean, that's got to be so painful, and it was incredible to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as mentioned, you guys were runner-ups because you made it all the way to the final leg. So I have to know, how stressful was that final leg in Nashville for you all? And also, how close were you to actually getting to the final pit stop after Derek and Claire?
So how stressful was it? There was it was all the pressure of all the other legs all into one.
Yeah,
I mean, it was intense.
We hadn't won since the mega leg, which was early on. So we knew we had a lot of work to do to be at the top. We're no longer in survival mode. So that pressure was a lot. But we were confident going into it, knowing that the memory challenge could make or break the win. And we felt very strongly that the memory challenge would be very suited to our skills, which we also demonstrated in Florence with the models task and attention to detail. So it was, we were in it to win it. We wanted that win so bad. And we were, I want to say, like 10 to 15 minutes after Derek and Claire.
Wow.
Which our little mistakes on the road could have really made up that time and put us in a better mindset, I think, to bring it home.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I have to know this as well. So as mentioned, you guys are long lost twins. So how would you say that the race maybe strengthened your sisterhood and allowed you guys to grow in your relationship by doing the show together?
I mean, there is no chance that we would have the bond that we have now had we not gone on the race. Not only did we get to make memories together, but we also got to explore our adoption together. We got to share stories about our families and growing up, and even just get to know one another's little quirks.
Yeah, a lot of the same quirks. There's so many times where I would, look over her in the bed and she's like sitting exactly the same way that I'm sitting.
Or we're pretty much doing it right now.
Lots of giggling and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd also be curious to know, for viewers out there that are maybe, trying to connect with a family member or reconnect with someone, what advice would you have for them after going through the process that you guys did?
Oh my gosh. It's so different for everyone. I think especially like if they're trying to connect with a mother, father figure, it can be a very different experience. And there's going to be both the grief and the gratitude that comes with any reunion, I think, because there's some kind of trauma that split you apart, and you have to be kind enough to yourself to allow you to process that and not feel like you can only be, you should only be grateful in this scenario. So
I think keeping an open mind and just knowing that, anything can happen, and just be prepared for anything to happen. And especially even just with your emotional response, and just to listen to what your needs are and to make sure that you're prioritizing your emotional needs. It's the most important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's so special and so important. Now, also, if you guys could describe your experience on The Amazing Race together in one word, what would it be?
Oh,
gosh. I was going to say, should we see if we think of the same one?
1, 2, 3.
Fun.
I can't even think of anything. It was so many things.
Overall, I think it was just fun. I mean, for me, it was just such a fun experience. But yeah, it was so many things. It was challenging.
It was the opportunity of a lifetime. I mean, everything to us. Everything. There's my word. Everything.
I will say this. I can't remember. I guess through COVID, life had become kind of dull. So it was nice to have this like fun travel experience together.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I can speak for a lot of viewers in saying that we loved learning about your guys' story. For those that want to continue to follow your guys' journey, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, we're both on Instagram. I'm Must Love Molly. It's supposed to be like Must Love Dogs. It has nothing to do with, anything illicit. And she's Emylebe, Emylebee. But we just joined TikTok.
Okay.
We are not good content creators, but you can find us as Soul Sisters, EM and M, and it's Soul as in Seoul, Korea.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. It was a pleasure getting to know you. Huge congrats on an amazing season. And I wish the best for both of you and your future endeavors. So thank you.
Thank you.